Bay spacing is something else that's important to talk about. On a steel building, we use bay spacing to define the space between the structural columns on the walls and the roof. Like I mentioned in the other anchor bolt video, sidewall bay spacing is usually the easiest way to understand and determine. We keep the span between the bays as efficient as possible based on the snow and the wind loads. A 60-foot long building will generally have, like 3 20-foot bays. But in some cases, say with very minimal loads, 2 30-foot bays is possible. But it'll probably add a little bit to the cost because we have to beef up the framing system to handle the longer spans. On a building with very heavy loads, we may actually need to go with 4 15-foot bays to minimize the load on the rafters and the roof purlins. Of course, bay spacing doesn't have to be uniform either. In order to accommodate wide doors, we may need some unusual bay spacing. For the end walls, we usually want to stay in that 20 to 25-foot range. There, we do have a lot of flexibility that doesn't impact the cost as much as it does on the sidewalls. When discussing bay spacing, just like I was talking about with the walls themselves, we're discussing the bays as if we're on the outside of the building from the left to the right. Bay spacing starts from the left corner of the outside wall, and then we measure the space from the web or the center line of the columns, and then finish the last bay to the right outside corner.